And good afternoon. Happy Monday to you. Thanks for joining us at 13 News at Noon. I'm Anne Marie here along with Sean Ash on this Monday morning where it's gloomy and it is still so saturated out there after all the rain that we had over the weekend. And now as we look ahead, looks like this is going to be a pressure cookie for what we call muggy.
Yeah, this is the appetizer to the main course of the steamier air that's ahead. It's been just a very humid summer overall. I do want to run down some of the rain numbers from the weekend. It came in a couple of different batches. And look, I know some areas did not get a lot of rain. Some areas got a bunch of rain. You can see the disparity here. The report there from Greenwood, not even a quarter of an inch. Contrast that with Noblesville, almost 2 inches of rain. Broad Ripple, over 1.5 inches. Lafayette had over 2 inches of rain. Greencastle, just about 1/4 of an inch. You can see this on the radar rain estimates where there's very little across parts of Shelby, Rush, Johnson County, the northern section of Morgan County, because the southern part got hit pretty well this morning. And there's the big totals from 2 waves of rainfall, and there's another streak over the southern part of the state. So that's how it ended up. This is what's going on right now. We do have a little batch. They're going to be very narrow, but still a very saturated air mass, so whatever does pop on radar, and it's going to be more focused, I believe, to the west and southwest of I-74 this afternoon. We'll have some locally heavy rain potential with it. Temperatures range from 77 in Richmond, 81 in Terre Haute, but we look into the dew point numbers and we still have some areas that are well into the 70s. That's the air you can wear. A little brief break on the far eastern side of the state. That will not last very long. As we move forward in the 7-day, we turn off the downpour spigot, we turn up the temperatures and the heat indices. When we'll get above 100 on the heat index, all ahead coming up in the forecast.
All right, Sean, thanks. We'll check back now, new at noon on this Monday. Metro Police tell 13 News they are investigating a deadly crash that occurred on the city's east side. Few details at this hour surrounding the incident, but we want to let you know what we have been able to learn. Police tell us they were called to I-70 and North Post Road a little before 9 o'clock this morning, and they say that's where they found a pickup truck and the car there right in the middle of the intersection. We do now know that one person died in the collision. We're not sure if there were other cars involved or just how many other people potentially were injured. We do want to let you know that in that area on the east side, the intersection is now back open to traffic. That wide shot there kind of shows you a better shot at that accident scene. The investigation now continues on this Monday. The man accused of murdering an Elwood police officer now is facing new charges for allegedly stabbing a guard in prison. Carl Boards II is accused of stabbing that guard in April. This occurred reportedly at the state prison near Peru. Prosecutors say there is body cam video of the incident. They say Boards used a homemade metal weapon and said he was, quote, built for this. The guard, we're told, is expected to be okay. Boards now facing multiple charges that include attempted murder. You might recall Boards is already facing the death penalty right now. He's accused of shooting this man, Officer Noah Shanavaz, during a traffic stop back in 2022 in Elwood. This week, a man from Lafayette accused of murdering a 4-year-old little boy is set to start trial. 33-year-old Montrell Jolly is accused of killing 4-year-old Keandre Jolly last July. It happened on North 13th Street near Union. Police say Keandre was unresponsive and went to the hospital where he died 4 days later. Doctors determined that Keandre had extensive bruising, head trauma, and internal injuries. When questioned by police, according to the court documents, Montrell claims that DeAndre was crying after Montrell had punished him for not putting his shoes on correctly. Montrell, he says he found the child unconscious and couldn't wake him up, and that's what prompted Montrell to call 911. An autopsy report later found the cause of death to be blunt force trauma to the head, and that led to this being ruled a homicide of the little boy. More Hoosiers now making their voices heard, protesting against federal ICE immigration policies. A group gathered outside Senator Todd Young's office in Carmel up in Hamilton County over the weekend, and they had a message that was very straightforward. Invest in our communities. not ICE. Protect democracy for our grandkids. Protests were also held yesterday at Victoria Spart's office, that's in Noblesville, and also at Rudy Yacom's office in Mishawaka. Demonstrators say the government is setting aside billions of dollars of ICE, while millions of Americans now are losing access to health care.
And we're really concerned that we are spending our money on ICE and not on the kind of things that will actually improve our community.
There's a new poll out from CNN, and it finds that 55% say that the president's deportation actions have gone too far. That, by comparison, is up 10 points since a poll in February. It is Monday. You might be a little tired because you were participating in all the opportunities over this very packed weekend in Indianapolis. Over 70,000 people were here for the WNBA All-Star Game and the Indiana Black Expo celebrations. And now the Chief of Police, Chris Bailey, is praising the community after no young people were taken to what they dubbed a safe and secure location over the weekend because of curfew violations. Bailey writing on X that he's grateful to parents and guardians and other family members, anyone responsible, those who were able to keep the city safe over the weekend. He says this is what the community looks like. This is for our kids. IMPD launched that safe and secure location last week in response to young people out past curfew and some recent violence downtown where young people were the victims and also the suspects.